You probably heard that DACA does not lead to a green card. Well, I'm gonna bust that myth in this video, so you'll wanna stay tuned, and I'm gonna even share how we did this in 70 days. So you'll wanna make sure you watch till the end of this video because I'm gonna give you some very practical tips, and I'm gonna help you avoid some major mistakes. Hi, my name is Kosha Grandchild. I'm an immigration lawyer that's been practicing for over 24 years. We're gonna discuss how we did this with an actual client where he was a DACA holder, he lived in Sacramento, he went to church, had steady work, a clean record, and a strong marriage. These themes are common for many DACA applicants where they've established their life in the United States. The thing is, DACA is not a lawful status. What it is, it's more of a temporary protection. It prevents you from getting put into removal. And with this administration, that deferral could even be violated. For our client, every renewal felt like a countdown. He didn't know whether he was gonna get it. The rules of the game are constantly changing for DACA. And so he really wanted to have some form of normalcy, some feelings of being permanent in the US, and that's why he came to us to file for his marriage-based green card. Now you might be asking, why did this get approved in 70 days? And this was during this administration as well. Now, to be transparent, most of our cases right now are getting approved between 6 and 12 months. I'd say the average is about 9 months at the time I'm shooting this video. But this case got approved in 70 days. Let's look at how we did it and break it down. What we did in this case is we looked at his entry. How did he enter the United States? Because that's really important to determine whether or not you're eligible to actually get a green card. Now, the good news was that he entered lawfully to the United States. So because he had a lawful admission, we were able to adjust status. If you don't, then you need to look at some other options that might be available to you. Policy shifts and personal risk mean you shouldn't travel without legal advice in that situation. If that is the situation for you, you can call us at 916-613-3553 and schedule a consultation with us to really deep dive into this, or post in the comments below. So after we analyzed the lawful entry, the next step was, how are we gonna demonstrate to the government? Let's talk about how we did that. Here we used concurrent filing. We filed the I-130 and 45 together. That's what concurrent filing means. Instead of just filing a standalone I-130 petition, the I-864 affidavit of support, I-765 work authorization, and file this all together. By doing this all at one time, it reduces the back and forth. What's also really important now is to really front load the application by demonstrating and providing a narrative of the fact that you have a real relationship. In this case, we were able to do this by providing joint bank account statements, pictures together, and a number of other joint documents that we're able to show that. We also like to provide affidavits from friends or family that have known you for a while. That's also very helpful in demonstrating the real relationship as well. What's also very important in submitting these applications, and what we did here, is having a very thorough affidavit of support. Some of the documents that we submitted with it were the W-2, current letter of employment from the US citizen, and prior year's tax returns, and recent pay stubs. After filing, the next step that's extremely important and where we really want to make sure our clients are prepared is in the interview process. It's not something that we want to leave left to chance, because how you perform at the interview is extremely important. One of the areas that we advised on is what to say when you don't know the answer. If they didn't know the answer, they'd say, "I don't know," and not guess. If you guess, that's where you get into trouble, because that's where a misrepresentation or fraud claim could come in, and that's a permanent bar unless you file I-601 waiver. So that little nuance there can make or break the difference between getting an approval. Now, I want to make sure that I outline for you the mistakes that many DACA applicants have. DACA does not cure unlawful presence. DACA is not an admission to the United States. Another mistake that I want to make sure you don't make is make sure that you submit the application with the medical, and that is required at the time that I'm shooting this video. If you're in a time crunch, that's one of the things you should prioritize. What are some action steps that you can take away from this video today? First, confirm how you entered. Was there a lawful entry or parole? Pull your I-94. Map your relationship timeline and gather joint evidence that matches dates, photos, lease, insurance, taxes, and make sure you have the I-693 medical. Prepare for the interview, update evidence, and make sure that you're providing a very detailed narrative in your application. By doing this, you can optimize your chances for an approval. And if you have questions, you can reach out to our office if you want to go into this in further detail. I want to thank you for watching this video. If you want to learn more about the marriage green card interview types of questions that are asked or the green card process, watch these other videos, and please make sure that you like this video so other people can get this type of valuable information. And we'll see you next time. Bye.